Good afternoon, rather. We'll start in about 60 seconds or so. Can we make this larger? No, the heck, leave it as is.
Keep it what? Make it what?
Larger? No.
Let's see.
No, we got an idea picture.
Okay.
Yeah. Mainly Chungla's face, I'm concerned with, and His Holiness. Ay, ay, ay. They will see a full screen if they put it on. Good afternoon. This is Kunchab Tarduling, the Tibet Center, a Buddhist meditation and study center located in New York City and northern New Jersey, which is where we're located right now at our parsonage in South Orange. And this is a bi-weekly presentation of the White Tara Sadhana, a meditation for health and long life. If there's anyone for whom you wish us to pray for, put their names in the chat box. People who are ill, we're concentrating on today. So we will be praying for Lori Rankin, Maya, Mr. Eisenstein, Maya's up friend, Maya Mient, Jeffrey Hopkins, and Mrs. Karnaki, and anyone you wish to pray for. It's your business. There'll be two components to today's practice, the sadhana itself and the crown ornament for the wise. Praise of green tara and all the taras that emanate from that figure. About 45 minutes will be the length of the presentation. Any problems with the sound or the picture, please text me or Mr. Smith immediately. Let's hope that we can get through this perfectly. Anyway, we'll start. The prayers that we say, by the way, I forgot to mention, are on our website in the FAQ section. This whole sadhana is there too. In the space in front of myself appears a four-petaled white lotus flower. In its center sits White Tara, an emanation of my root guru who initiated me into White Tara. The center front petal represents all the gurus, the left all the Buddhas, the right the Sangha, and the back the Dharma in the form of books. I and all beings, limitless as the sky, from this day until enlightenment, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, in the perfect Buddhas, in the sacred Dharma, in the exalted Sangha, and in the assembly of deities surrounding noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I and all beings, limitless as the sky, from this day until enlightenment, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, in the perfect Buddhas, in the sacred Dharma, in the exalted Sangha, and in the assembly of deities surrounding noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I and all beings, limitless as the sky, from this day until enlightenment, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, in the perfect Buddhas, in the sacred Dharma, in the exalted Sangha, and in the assembly of deities surrounding noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I prostrate and take refuge in the Guru and the three jewels. I pray for your blessing. In order to attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of beings, I undertake the meditation and recitation of noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I prostrate and take refuge in the Guru and the three jewels. I pray for your blessing. In order to attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of beings, I undertake the meditation and recitation of noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. I prostrate and take refuge in the Guru and the three jewels. I pray for your blessing. In order to attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of beings, I undertake the meditation and recitation of noble White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. Now dissolve the objects of refuge into White Tara, who herself dissolves as white light into your central channel, becoming of one taste, and yourself arise as White Tara, adorned with the three letters Om, Ah, Hum. Inside the Hum is Tam. Om Vajram Rita Kundali Hanana Hum Fet. Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddha Ham. Everything becomes empty. From within emptiness arises Om, from which arises a spacious and vast Torma vessel formed of gems. Within the vessel, the Om melts into light and becomes celestial substances, drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfumed water, food and music, luminous and unobstructed, vast as the sky. Time my heart sends out terrifying deities which purify the offerings from the demons of attachment, the self-existence of the offerings, misconception, and wrong view. And having dispelled the demons, the deities reabsorb back into my heart. Om Agam Ahum. Om Padyam Ahum, Om Pushpe Ahum, Om Dupe Ahum, Om Aloke Ahum, Om Gande Ahum, Om Navidya Ahum, Om Shabda Ahum. In an instant, I reappear as the luminous white noble one. From the Tom in my heart, lights radiate, invoking Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel, from the Potala, and also invoking multitudes of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They appear in the sky before me. The lights then dissolve back into my heart. With the crown of their heads, Devas and Asuras bow to touch your lotus feet. To she who saves from all misfortune, to the liberating mother, I prostrate and give praise. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Argam Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Padyam Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Pushpe Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Dupe Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Aloke Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Gande Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Navidya Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadewade Shabda Pratichum Soha. I take refuge in the three precious jewels. I confess all negative deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I maintain the enlightened attitude. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the exalted Sangha. In order to accomplish benefit for myself and all others, I generate the enlightened mind. And having generated this enlightened attitude, I invite all beings to enjoy the supreme bliss. In order to benefit beings, may I attain enlightenment. I take refuge in the three precious jewels. I confess all negative deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I maintain the enlightened attitude. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the exalted Sangha. In order to accomplish benefit for myself and all others, I generate the enlightened mind. And having generated this enlightened attitude, I invite all beings to enjoy the supreme bliss. In order to benefit beings, may I attain enlightenment. I take refuge in the three precious jewels. I confess all negative deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I maintain the enlightened attitude. Until enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the exalted Sangha. In order to accomplish benefit for myself and all others, I generate the enlightened mind. And having generated this enlightened attitude, I invite all beings to enjoy the supreme bliss. In order to benefit beings, may I attain enlightenment. May all beings have happiness in the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering in the cause of suffering. May all beings never be parted from supreme happiness, which is beyond suffering. May all beings remain in great equanimity, which is beyond attachment and aversion. May all beings have happiness in the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering in the cause of suffering. May all beings never be parted from supreme happiness, which is beyond suffering. May all beings remain in great equanimity, which is beyond attachment and aversion. May all beings have happiness in the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering in the cause of suffering. May all beings never be parted from supreme happiness, which is beyond suffering. May all beings remain in great equanimity, which is beyond attachment and aversion. Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddha Ham. Everything becomes empty. At this point, the meditation on emptiness of oneself, of the yidam, of the mere nominations of skandhas and elements, for a brief moment. From within emptiness appears Pam, which becomes a white lotus, and Ah, which becomes a moon disk. On this is my mind in the form of a white Tam, radiating lights, which accomplish the two benefits. On top of the lights are offering goddesses, bringing offerings to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and returning, bringing the blessings and knowledge of them back. On the bottom, the lights are Taras, transforming all beings into the state of Tara. All those Taras then return. The lights and Taras return, completely transforming me into the noble, wish-fulfilling wheel. My body is white. I have one face and two hands. My right hand is in the mudra of excellent generosity. At the level of my heart, the first and fourth fingers of my left hand holds the stem of a nutpala flower, which has three stalks. The center stalk is blossoming, the right has fruit, and the left is closed. These three represent the Buddhas of the three times. I am adorned with jewels, and I am wearing various silk garments. At my back is a moon disk, and my feet rest in the Vajra position. At my forehead is a white Om, at my throat a red Ah, and at my heart a blue Hum. Upon a moon disk in my heart is a white Tam. It radiates lights and invokes from the Potala in the south the noble wish-fulfilling wheel surrounded by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Jahum Bam Ho. Again from my heart, the light of the seed syllable radiates and invites the empowering deities. I request you to bestow on me your empowerment. Upon this supplication, the deities hold a vase filled with the nectar of wisdom. Om Sarvatathagata Abhishekara Samaya Shri Yahum. They bestow empowerment with nectar, filling my body and purifying all stains. The excess overflows at my crown and transforms into Amatayas Buddha. Om Vajramrita Kandali Hana Hana Om Fat. Om Swabhava Shuddha Savadama, Swabhava Shuddha Ham. Everything becomes empty. From within emptiness arises Om, from which arises a spacious and vast torma vessel formed of gems. Within the vessel, the Om melts into light and becomes celestial substances, drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfumed water, food and music, luminous and unobstructed, vast as the sky. Om Argam Ahum, Om Padyam Ahum, Om Pushpe Ahum, Om Dupe Ahum, Om Aloke Ahum, Om Gande Ahum, Om Navidya Ahum, Om Shabda Ahum. Om Aryatare Sapariware Argam Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Padyam Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Pushpe Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Dupe Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Aloke Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Gande Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Navidya Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapariware Shabda Pratichum Soha. Tare liberates from samsara. Tutare frees from the eight fears. Ture protects from all sickness. Praise and prostration to the liberating one. The activities of kindness and knowledge of infinite Buddhas appear in the form of the beautiful goddess, the one who bestows long life and supreme city to galaxies of beings. I praise the supreme white goddess who holds the Utpala flower. I have appeared as noble white Tara. In my heart center appears a white wheel with 8 spokes, a hub, and 3 rims. In the center, on top of a moon disk, is my mind in the form of the white syllable Tam, surrounded by Om and Ha, and the long life mantra Om Tade Tutade Ture Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Further out on the 8 spokes are the 6 wisdom syllables Tare, Tutare, Ture, Soha. On the inner rim of the vowel circling counterclockwise. On the middle rim of the vowel consonant circling clockwise. On the outer rim is the mantra of interdependent origination arranged clockwise. Vowels, consonant, and mantra we say silently. Multifaceted lights, the nature of nectar, radiate from the seed syllable and all the letters. The letters themselves are translucent lights. On the crown of my head sits the head of Tara's lineage family, the Buddha Amatayas. His body is red, with one face and 2 arms. He is holding a vase filled with the nectar of immortality. The vase rests in his 2 hands, which are in the mudra of samadhi. He is wearing silks and is adorned with jeweled ornaments. He is seated in full vajra posture, and at his heart center is the red syllable Hri. From the Rhythmatized heart lights are emitted. Dark blue lights go out and bring back the purified element of space, which fills Matthias's vase, overflows, and descends, filling my body and making all channels proper. All diseases connected with space are eliminated. Green lights go out and bring back the essence of wind energy, and the purified wind energy fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body. All faulty winds are made proper, and all diseases connected to them are eliminated. Red lights go out and bring back the essence of fire, which fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body. My body temperature regulates as needed. All diseases connected with the fire element are eliminated. Milk white lights go out and bring back the essence of water, which fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body, which becomes moist and full. All diseases connected to the water element are eliminated. Yellow lights go out and bring back purified element of earth, which fills the vase, overflows, and fills my body, and all solid elements become proper. All diseases of the earth element are eliminated, and I've received the city of long life, and my body is filled with bliss. Now, from the Re, red lights in the form of hooks radiate in the 10 directions. My life force, which has been taken away, stolen, dispersed, and lost due to human and non-human forces, the essence of the 5 elements, the lifespan and merit of all beings, the glory and splendor of the 3 realms, all favorable circumstances and riches of the world, the blessings of the body, speech, and mind of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. All these come back in the form of multicolored lights and nectars and dissolve into the vase held by Amitayas. White nectar enters through the crown of my head and descends, melting into the wheel, the mantra circle, and the syllable at my heart center. It then continues to descend, filling my body, cleansing completely, purifying all the obscurations, sicknesses, negative influences, and obstacles to long life which I have accumulated. My lifespan, merit, degenerated vows, and promises are restored, and I attain the city of immortality 7 times. Om Tare Tutare Turi Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tutare Turi Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tutare Turi Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tutare Turi Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tutare Turi Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tutare Turi Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tutare Turi Mama Aya Punyajana Pushtam Kuru Soha. I am surrounded by a white wheel made of indestructible metal similar to a cone. The tips of its 10 spokes in the cardinal, intermediate, upper, and lower directions are very sharp. Turning clockwise, they cut all negative forces. Sparks burn away all obstacles and negative influences, which ignite like the burning wings of a bird. From the circle mantra in my heart center, white lights radiate, filling my body and alleviating illnesses, pacifying negative influences, negative deeds, obscurations, and obstacles to long life. The lights leave through the pores of my skin. A white dome surrounds my body, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of pacification. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, yellow lights radiate, filling my body, increasing my merit, long life, and the wisdom gains from hearing, contemplation, and meditation. The lights leave through the pores of my skin. A yellow dome envelops the white dome, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of increase. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, red lights radiate, bestowing the ability to influence the 3 spheres. The lights leave through the pores of my skin. The red dome envelops the yellow dome, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of empowerment. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, deep blue lights radiate, bestowing the ability of the wrathful actions and the ability to cut dualism and ignorance. The lights leave through the pores of my skin, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities of subjugation. The blue dome envelops the red dome. Again, from the circle mantra at my heart center, green lights radiate, bestowing the ability to accomplish all goals. The lights leave through the pores of my skin. The green dome envelops the blue dome, and I am aware of accomplishing all activities. Again, from the circle mantra in my heart center, purple lights radiate, stabilizing all cities and activities. The lights leave through the pores of my skin, enveloping the green dome, and I am aware of all cities and activities being stabilized. The six domes have a spherical egg-like shape. They are so solid that they cannot be penetrated, even by the winds at the end of an eon. The empty spaces between the domes are filled with newly blossomed tender blue lotus flowers, which sparkle with dewdrops. While you recite the mantra, do all of the above visualizations as well as the following ones. Imagine a white tower in front of yourselves, and with each mantra, a duplicate tower leaves that tower, comes to your crown, and dissolves into your central channel. Or meditate on the emptiness of all the visualized lights, domes, etc., of oneself as Tara, and so forth. Please help me to develop my wisdom, my longevity, my merit. This is the meaning of the mantra, Om Tare Tu Tare Turi. So we do 1,000.
Om Tare 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 Soha. Om Padmasapha Samaya Manopalaya Padmasapha Nopatishta Drunama Baba
Sudashima Baba, Supashima Baba, Narakame Baba. Sava Siddhi Me Prayati Sova Koma Sukha Me Chiram Triyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Padma Mame Mantra Padma Baba Masmaya Sattva Om Fat Om Padma Sattva Samaya Manopalaya Padma Sattva Dano Patishta Judame Baba Sudashima Baba Supashima Baba Narakame Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayati Sova Koma Sukha Me Chiram Triyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sova Tathagata Padma Mame Mantra Padma Baba Mas Maya Sapa Om Fat Om Pamasafa Samaya Manopalaya Pamasafa Dano Patishta Drudame Baba Sudashima Baba Supashoma Baba Narakame Baba Sarva Siddhi Me Prayati Sova Koma Sukha Me Chiram Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Padma Mame Mantra Padma Baba Mas Maya Sapa Om Fat Om Ariatare, Sapadiwadi Argam, Padyam, Pushpe, Dupe, Aloke, Gande, Navidya, Shabda, Pratichahum Soha. Tare liberates from samsara. Tutare frees from the eight fears. Ture protects from all sickness. Praise and prostration to the liberating one. The activities of kindness and knowledge of infinite Buddhas appear in the form of the beautiful goddess, she who bestows long life and supreme city to galaxies of beings. I praise the supreme white goddess who holds the Utpala flower. Turn to page 8. I call my cakes off camera, but they're here. Om Vajramrita Kundali Hana Hana Hum Fat. Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddha Ham. Everything becomes empty. From within emptiness arises Om, from which arises a spacious and vast torma vessel formed of gems. Within the vessels, the Om melts into light, which transforms the torma into a vast ocean of inexhaustible wisdom. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. From the Tam in my heart center, lights radiate and invoke Tara, surrounded by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. With their straw-like tongue, they partake of the essence of the Torma. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Iram Balimta Ka Ka Kai Kai. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Iram Balimta Ka Ka Kai Kai. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Iram Balimta Ka Ka Kai Kai. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Idam Balimta Ka Ka Kai Kai. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Idam Balimta Ka Ka Kai Kai. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Idam Balimta Ka Ka Kai Kai. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Idam Balimta Ka Ka Kai Kai. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Argam Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapadiwadi Padyam Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapade Wade Pushpe Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapade Wade Dupe Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapade Wade Aloke Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapade Wade Gande Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapade Wade Navidya Pratichum Soha. Om Aryatare Sapade Wade Shabda Pratichum Soha. The acts of kindness and knowledge of infinite Buddhas appear in the form of the beautiful goddess, she who bestows long life to supreme city to galaxies of beings. I praise the supreme white goddess who holds the Utpala flower, victorious noble Tara. Please grant me and all beings the blessings which purify all obstacles to long life. Please grant the city of immortality. Om Pamasafa Samaya Manopalaya. Pamasafa Tano Patishta Drudame Baba, Sudashima Baba, Supashima Baba, Narakdame Baba, Sarva Siddhi Me Prayacha, Sarva Koma Sukha Me, Chiram Sriyam Guru Hum, Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sarva Tathagata Padma Mame Much, Pama Baba Masmai Safa Om Fat. Whatever mistakes I may have unknowingly committed by not being able to make the proper offerings and so forth, whatever misdeeds I may have done during this session, may you kindly forgive me. Please remain here together with these representations as long as samsara exists, and also grant health, long life, wealth, in all the cities. Om Supatishta Vajra Ye Soha. The jhana sattvas return to their abode, and the samaya sattvas dissolve into oneself. From the syllable in my heart, rays of light emanate, causing the surroundings to melt into light, which absorbs into the protection wheel, which absorbs into the purple dome. Starting from the outside, the six domes dissolve into one another and then into me. I dissolve into the wheel at my heart center. This wheel dissolves into the circle mantra, which dissolves into the tam. The tam disappears gradually into emptiness. From within emptiness, I reappear as Tara. At my forehead is an Om, at my throat is an Ah, and at my heart is a Hum. By this virtue may I swiftly accomplish white Tara. May all beings without exception be established at her level. When signs of untimely death appear, may Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel, appear clearly and prevent my death. As a result of merits obtained from the recitation and meditation on Tara, may all obstacles, interferences, and negative influences be pacified. May immortality be experienced. Just to see, hear, and remember you eliminates all the signs of untimely death. Through all my successive lives, may I be protected by noble Tara and practice the sacred Dharma. Now, we recite Crown Ornament for the Wise, written by the first Dalai Lama Gedon Drum. It's on our website, of course, in the FAQ section. To Arya Avalokiteshvara, I bow down. Homage to exalted Tara, at whose lotus feet Vishnu, Brahma, Vriyapati, Ganesh, Ishvarya, Surya, and the crown ornaments amongst the many gods most reverently offer worship. By the magical power of Avalokiteshvara's compassion, the knowledge, mercy, and strength of Buddha's past, present, and future, manifest in the form of the beautiful goddess of action at the feet of Tara, who protects from poverty, I bow down. Upon a pure lotus and moon symbolizing knowledge and voidness sits the emerald goddess having one face and two arms. Homage to she bounding with youth, whose right leg outstretched and left withdrawn symbolize wisdom and method conjoined. Her bulging breasts are a treasure of non-samsaric bliss. Her moon-like face smiles brightly, and her wide, compassionate eyes gaze in serenity. Homage to the beautiful one of the rosewood forest. Homage to she whose delicate right hand, like a turquoise tree spreading its branches, stretches into the mudra's supreme generosity, as though inviting sages to a festival of supreme city. Homage to she whose left hand is in the mudra bestowing refuge, which, symbolizing the three jewels, seems to call out, O you who see 100 terrors, fear not, for I will quickly protect you. Homage to she with hands adorned with blue lotus flowers that act as an inspiring whip, as though saying, be not attracted to samsaric pleasures, but enter into the city of great liberation. Homage to she who can conquer the Lord of Death, for by Buddha Amitabha, he radiant as a ruby is she crowned. His hands in the meditation posture bear a bowl of ambrosia to bestow the city of immortality. Homage to she adorned with ornaments that embody each and every beauty of celestial wish-fulfilling gems made by the craftsman, merit and wisdom. Like an emerald mountain clothed in rainbows, the upper part of her body is draped in celestial silks, and a panchalika skirt hugs her thin, supple waist. To her I bow down. And homage to the goddess at her right side, Marichi, peaceful in countenance and emanating light, the color of the sun, and also to the goddess at her left, Ekajati, wrathful, lustful, radiant, and the color of the sky. Homage to she whose skies are filled with myriads of goddesses skilled in dance and the 6 types of song, who hold up countless offerings such as white umbrellas, peacock fans, stringed instruments, and flutes. The consorts of Vishnu, Indra, and Ishvara, and thousands of other enchanting immortal goddesses must compete in beauty merely with your servants. To the form of the exquisite goddess I bow down. From the vast billowing cloud of your compassion resounds the thunder of teaching sweet to hear, seizing disciples in a rain of 8 branches. To she wise and reigning teachings I bow down. Ocean-like treasure of qualities who sees all things, who can describe you as you really are? For your unimpeded mind possesses 10 powers. To she gone to the end of knowledge I bow down. Although having found peace, she is moved by compassion, and with arms of compassion quickly carries to peace the being sinking in an ocean of misery. To she gone to the end of compassion, I bow down. Her activities of pacifying increasing, overpowering and destroying, like tides of the ocean, pause not for a moment, but spontaneously roll on in an unbroken flow. To she gone to the end of action, I bow down. Merely by remembering her feet, one is protected from the 8 terrifying agents and evil ghosts, and from terrors such as obstacles to liberation and omniscience. To she gone to the end of power, I bow down. Therefore, O worthy refuge, I beseech you, protect living beings from diseases, ghosts, demons, untimely death, nightmares, evil omens, and every cause of terror. Protect us from the terrifying lion pride, who dwells on the mountain of wrong views and who, with an inflated mentality, holding itself better than others and yielding a claw to degrade the world. Protect us from the terrifying elephant ignorance, who is not tamed by the sharp hooks of mindful alertness, and who, from confusion caused by drinking the alcohol of sensual indulgence, leads us down the wrong paths to the sharp fangs of pain. Protect us from the terrifying fires of anger, which incite the wind of improper mental activity, and amid swirling smoke clouds of wrong action, have power to burn down the forest of goodness. Protect us from the terrifying snake jealousy, who, attached to its nest of ignorance, is unable to bear seeing the wealth or prosperity of others, and instantly infects everything with poison. Protect us from the terrifying thief wrong view, who creates the dreadful wilds of inferior discipline and the stark deserts of eternalism and nihilism, and destroys the towns and hermitages of virtue and joy. Protect us from the terrifying shackles of miserliness that hold us in a lock of attachment difficult to spring, and bind living beings helplessly in the unbearable prison of cyclic existence. Protect us from the terrifying waters of desire that carry us in the current of samsara so hard to ford, and that, conditioned by violent winds of karma, toss in waves of birth, sickness, old age, and death. Protect us from the terrifying ghost doubt, the malignant spirit who moves in the space of ignorance, attacking those with interest in ultimate aims and disturbing the life of freedom. By the power of this praise and supplication to you, may conditions opposing dharmic practice be quelled, and may all conducive circumstances such as long life, merits, glory, and prosperity be produced. May all beings be cared for by Buddha Amitabha and led to the Pure Land Sukhavati, and without the hundredfold difficulty, may they quickly touch the ground of enlightenment. May I always remember my previous lives. May I never be separated from the enlightened attitude, and firmly as a river flows, may I persevere in seeking the vast ways of the Bodhisattvas, never hoping to benefit myself alone. Solely for others, may I absorb myself in the quest, and may I produce the conditions that actually benefit others, such as mystic vision, clairvoyance, skill in teachings, and patience. May I never be faint in furthering through infinite fields the holy teachings of the victorious ones, and in order constantly to fulfill the needs of living beings, may I quickly and easily gain the stage of a Buddha. I also neglected to mention the Geshe who went missing in near Sravasti Abbey, Geshe Darul Namgyal. Wonderful, wonderful Geshe. I hope he's fine and they find him soon. Anyway, our next presentation will be Tuesday night, the 5th at 7 o'clock in the University Settlement House, 187 Bowery and Houston in Manhattan. The class after that will be right back here at the Parsonage Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So thank you very much for your patience. Big love to all of you.